Hi, I'm Janet Kennedy. I'm a licensed clinical psychologist and sleep specialist in New York City. You can find out more about me and my work on my website, nycsleepdoctor.com. When you're having problems sleeping, it usually starts out because of some sort of temporary cause. It could be stress in your life, relationship issues, loss of a loved one, or even the weather. It's what we do usually that makes a temporary problem into a chronic one. So here are some tips on things to avoid. The first mistake that people make when they're having trouble sleeping is they spend way too much time in bed. A lot of that time is spent in bed awake, and it throws off your system so that you're not sleeping in a consolidated way that makes you feel refreshed. It also creates a negative association with the bed. You start to become frustrated and sleepless in the bed instead of calm, relaxed, and peaceful. People tend to go to bed way too early after a bad night's sleep to try to catch up on lost sleep, or they stay in bed too late in the morning trying to catch another few minutes or even an hour. Or they take naps during the day. And all of those things might make you feel better the first day or even the second day, but what they do is they keep your body from bouncing back and getting into a good rhythm again. Another big one that people do is they drink lots of caffeine to help them feel better on a day after a bad night's sleep. And that might, again, work in the short term. But the problem is that caffeine stays in your body for longer than you think, and drinking too much of it can really compromise the quality of your sleep. So you're creating a cycle by drinking caffeine, having poor quality sleep, and then needing more caffeine again the next day to help you get through. So try limiting caffeine and do other things to help yourself stay alert, like drinking ice water, getting exercise, or stretching. And finally, maybe the biggest culprit is worry. When people have a bad night's sleep, they start to panic and they start to think that they're never going to get back on track again. Everything feels out of control, and you basically start grasping at straws to regain that control. But the problem with that worry is it releases adrenaline in your system. It makes you very anxious and tense, and it makes it difficult to fall asleep again the next night. You start to have performance anxiety, and that creates a perpetual problem. So keeping the worries under control, giving yourself a break, and remembering that you can get through a day even if you're tired. And if you get through that day without doing all of these other things, you're going to bounce back and get back on track.